Hey folks, welcome back to Everyday Self-Awareness. So I just got back up to camp today, needed to go for a walk and get some fresh air. And I decided that I would do the video outside while I was getting that fresh air. Two different things popped up on my radar in the last 24 hours. One of which has to do with my family member. My mother recently contacted me. I was sitting in a garage waiting for some auto stuff to be taken care of. And she had a concern about it turned out to be an email. She originally said it was a text about PayPal. And there was a $500 charge. And they wanted to make sure it was all legit. And at first, when Mom called me, after I talked to her, she seemed to be like, yeah, I thought it was fraud. And, based on what she was saying to me, I'm like, Mom, I'm pretty sure that's fraud. I mean, check your account, but check into it. I'm pretty sure it is. Well, about 5-10 minutes later, she called me back up. Actually, she texted me back. Said, Christian, that's not a text. It's an email. I was wrong. And this looks legit. And so I called her back at that point. I said, hey, Mom, if it's an email, please click on who it's from and send it over to me. So sure enough, she clicked on the sender. And if you looked at the Gmail account, it was nothing to do with PayPal. And of course, all these people that do this fraud and these scams, they take the PayPal images and or these banks, and they make it look so legit. They really do. And, I just reminded my mom, I pointed out, by the way, I showed her how I looked at the email address and that was a good telltale if it was real or not. And obviously you can sign into your account. But, I said, Mom, and I do this myself, so I'm not just telling Mom this, and I would suggest this for all of you. Even myself, I'm not tech savvy, but I'm pretty good with computers, or at least have a good self-awareness of what's right and wrong. But even with me, sometimes when I get some of that stuff, if I questioned it, I always send it over to somebody else to get a second opinion. Because, as you know, what these people do is they live on our fear. They get us scared, and once we start getting scared, we're not thinking straight, and then they take advantage of us. So it's always good to get a second opinion. So from now on, I believe Mom is always going to be reaching out no matter what she gets, even if she thinks it's safe or not safe, and getting a second opinion. And that usually only takes a few minutes in most cases because, she's got enough loved ones around and family members, including myself, that would be glad to help her. So that would be the first thing I'd like to talk to you about. I'd like to share that with you. The next thing, I happen to be on Facebook for the business. In one of the town pages that people get to, go on and talk about things, ask people about, hey, do you know of this person that offers this service, or, hey, this event's going on, this kind of thing. And a young lady, when I say young, married, obviously, because she went on to the post or onto the page, the group, right out into the public, and said, hey, look, myself and my husband are looking for a babysitter for this age, that age, and it's going to be on these nights and this time. Please message me. Folks, please, even on a friendly small town public page, it's public, and even if you've got to be part of the group, I say it's public, it is a private page, but they accept anybody onto these platforms. Be careful about what you post. I know people can find out where you live easy enough, but they don't need to know your schedule. They don't need to know that you're not going to be home on certain days at certain times of the hour, especially if you've got a babysitter with kids at home. We've got to be smarter. We've got to think with common sense. I don't want anybody to be paranoid, but there are bad things that happen, and we need to be our own protectors, our own defenders. So those are just two things that popped out at me recently, like I said, in the last 24, 48 hours. I hope they help. I hope it gets somebody thinking about those type of things. As always, I appreciate you stopping by and spending time with me. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Till then, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.